I'm looking at modern Christianity nowadays, and I'm observing and I'm looking at how Christians live life, how Christians, believers of Christ, live and spend every day of their life, how often they spend time with God, how often they spend time without God. And, while thinking about all this, I started getting concerned because what I realized is this. I realized most Christians do not realize how hard the walk is. This walk with Christ is pretty freaking hard, and it's harder than what you might think. I'm not trying to say an absolute truth. I'm not trying to say this is a fact. I'm just saying that most likely you that are watching don't know how hard it really is. Of course, if you are mature in Christ, of course, if you've been in the walk for a while, you probably understand what I'm trying to say. A lot of us have heard before getting into the walk of God, before getting into this relationship with Jesus, we have heard that it's hard, that it's difficult, but it's harder than what you think. This walk requires a lot of sacrifice. This walk requires a lot of us sacrificing our bodies, our desires, because our desires can be deceitful. It requires us to pick up the cross, like Jesus says. The Bible talks about us having to go through tribulation and trials. And when you look at the Bible, when you look at the New Testament, the way it describes the Christian life, it's kind of like a difficult journey. And what is my point? I'm not trying to say that it's hard, so don't get in if you're not ready. What I'm trying to say is this. Our expectation can sometimes determine our outcome. If we expect it to be kind of smooth, you are going to fail because you expected this walk to be smooth. You expected it to be easy without having any bumps on the road. But this walk is pretty freaking hard. And you know what? I could even go further and say, you can't expect for this walk to be kind of hard either. Not only can you not expect it to be smooth, you can't expect it to be kind of hard, because it's harder than what you think hard is. If you think this walk is hard, it's harder than what you think. And what's the point of having our expectations high like that in that context? Because if you expect this walk to be super hard, then what you're going to do is you're going to be aiming towards a certain high standard, and you're going to be getting prepared even more. You're going to be extra prepared. And I'd rather you be extra prepared than to be underprepared. We can't really time things or calculate things, 100% accurately. But what we can do is prepare in an extra way. So if there's something you're going to take home from what I'm saying, what I want you to take home is this. Prepare extra. If you think this walk, let me just give it a number, right? As far as like a scale 1 to 10, if you think this walk is going to be hard, like number 1 is pretty freaking easy. Number 10 is impossible. If you think this walk is going to be a 7, expect it to be at 8.5. If you think it's going to be 8, expect it to be like a 9.5. And when you set your standards that high, you're going to prepare extra. Prepare extra. The enemy, let me tell you this about the enemy. The enemy is good at his job. Okay? He comes here to conquer, to kill, steal, destroy. And if he has been doing this for years, way long before all your generations, then I'm pretty sure by logic he has gotten better at his job, which means he's pretty freaking powerful. I'm not giving him the glory. I'm not giving him the honor. I'm not trying to praise the enemy. But what I am trying to tell you is this. The enemy is going to go at you hard, and he has been going at you hard. Especially if you're new in Christ. Especially if you're a baby, still feeding off from milk. Like metaphorically speaking, right? But the enemy, he's going to keep trying to go at you hard. And this is going to be a never-ending cycle, a cycle that never ends until the day of the Lord. For all your life, you're going to be getting hit with certain trials and tribulations that are from your flesh, that are from God, or that are from the enemy. And a lot of those times, it's from the enemy. And so when the enemy tries to do it, he's going to be good at it. He's going to get you to a point where you're like, I can't do this no more. As a human, I understand if you have those thoughts once in a while, any doubtful thoughts, but you shouldn't be overcome by those thoughts, right? But the whole point is this: the enemy is good at his job. And once you understand that he is good at his job, you're going to be extra prepared. That's my message. be extra prepared, not just for this walk in general, like in a vague sense, but also be prepared for what the enemy's going to throw at you. Because what he's going to throw at you is not going to be a couple rocks. What he's going to throw at you is going to be a boulder, something bigger than what you might think. And once you conquer that giant, you're going to be victorious. You're going to go stronger. But guess what? The enemy's going to try to get you again, once more. And this is not going to end. This is not going to end until the day of the Lord, guys. And I'm telling you this, expect for the enemy to try to get you hard. And once you expect that, your mindset is going to shift to where we're like, okay, I need to be ready for sure. I need to be ready for war. This is not a battle. This is a war of many battles. So don't expect for you to be all chilling and smooth once you defeat 3 giants. You're going to keep going at it. But hey, you might be wondering, if it's this hard, why do it? Because it is worth it. It is God's purpose, and God is going to give you the love, joy, and peace that nothing else can give you. The true love, true joy, true peace. You might think what your friend is giving you is true love. You might think what your fiance is giving you is true love. But the true love that is in this world can only be given by God. And in order to be experiencing that love and that peace, you have to be connected with the Lord. Now, I'm not saying seek the Lord because you want that, because you want the perks or benefits. I'm saying seek the Lord because that is what He wants us to do. And once you get in it, you're going to start to understand, wow, not only is He worthy of me seeking Him, but it is dang worth it. It is worth it. It is so beautiful. And then once you get a taste of the Lord, you're going to see, wow, this life without God, I don't get it. I don't comprehend it. Heck, you might even be in a stage where you're dry, and you might have even been in that season, the season I'm talking about, the season of your first love with God. You probably know how it is, and you probably have fallen, and you're probably in a dry season where you're like, I miss those days. But anyways, I'm telling you, that's the enemy getting you. He has, how do you say it? He has gotten a hold of you, and he has got you tight. Why? Because he is good at his job. But you're going to get picked up. I know you are. But we also have to put our part. We shouldn't be expecting for God to come through all the time. Sometimes God is going to allow you to go through certain things. And sometimes you might go through pain just so that you can come to God's ways again. And so when you do come to God's ways again, if you're in a dry season, or if you're in a slow season, or even if you're new, when you come to God's ways and you're connected with Him fully, expect for things to get hard again. And once you expect that, I'm going to say it one more time. Once you expect for this journey to be hard as heck, you're going to be extra prepared. So that's what I got for you guys. God bless you.